In today's wrap-up, Latvia has officially recognized the Armenian Genocide. The Latvian parliament passed a resolution with 58 members out of 100 voting in favor. The Armenian ambassador to the Baltic states, Kocharyan, wrote the following on Facebook: "What was difficult to imagine years ago has become a reality today. This is the result of hard work. We used almost the entire arsenal of diplomacy. Estonia is thus the only Baltic state to not have officially recognized the genocide, with Lithuania having recognized the genocide in 2005. And former President Levon Ter-Petrossian has proposed an electoral alliance for the upcoming parliamentary elections with former Presidents Kocharyan and Sargsyan. According to Ter-Petrosian, he had fronted the idea in a meeting on March 25th with Kocharyan and Sargsyan, as well as former presidents of Nagorno-Karabakh, Kocharyan and Arkadi. Ter-Petrosian added that Kocharyan rejected the proposal, while Sargsyan did not express a position. The first Armenian president suggested that an alliance of national accord be formed, and if there is public demand, this would be quite feasible. Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan lambasted the news, stating that Ter-Petrosian is pushing for a kleptocratic revolt. And Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has held talks with Armenian Foreign Minister Ara Ayvazyan in Yerevan. During the talks, Ayvazyan stated that the most pressing issue for the Armenian side is the POWs issue. He called for an immediate release as soon as possible, adding that there is mounting evidence of torture and other abuses. Ayvazyan added that conditions need to be established to resume the peace process under the auspices of the OSCE Minsk Group. Furthermore, a memorandum on biological safety was signed between the two foreign ministers. Lavrov visited the Armenian Genocide Memorial, where he laid a wreath at the eternal flame in honor of the victims of 1915. And the Revival Party of Armenia has announced that the party and the Armenian Revolutionary Federation, or Dashnaktsutsun, will run together in an alliance in the June 20th elections and will be led by former President Kocharyan. The announcement was published on the Revival Party of Armenia's Facebook page. In a government sitting on May 6th, it was announced that the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development will provide Armenia with $3.7 million to assist those affected by the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict. The funds will be used to ensure social cohesion and provide employment. 4 grant support programs are envisaged, including cash transfers for the internally displaced, temporary employment programs for the displaced in Armenia, and cash transfers for those hosting the displaced. And finally, the OSCE Minsk Group Co-Chairs have issued a statement calling for the complete and immediate return of all prisoners and detainees. The Co-Chairs furthermore welcomed the release of free POWs on May 4th. On top of this, the co-chairs urged both parties to exchange all information necessary for the effective demining of conflict zones and the lifting of restrictions on access to Nagorno-Karabakh, including for representatives of international humanitarian organizations. They finally called for both sides to take steps to create the necessary environment to establish a lasting peace.